Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 22 of the Frisky Whiskey. I know we missed y'all.
We did.
Hopefully y'all missed us and been waiting for us to come back.
We did come back. It was tough.
We had a little bit of vacation.
We'll talk about that too.
Yeah, we'll get into it. But Mike D, what do we got going on this evening?
So tonight's episode is pull my Willet, then tickle my chicken cock.
Oh, very nice.
So,
nice.
As you can tell with our bottles up front here, and you see the pictures we're going to be posting, we got a Willett bourbon.
Yep.
And then we have a chicken cock bourbon. And chicken cock has, both of these have some interesting stories. Like when I was doing the histories of these, I learned a lot from both of them. And I'm impressed with both.
I mean, we've already had both, right?
Have you had my cock?
God, why'd you have to say it that way?
Because that's my Father's Day bottle of chicken cock.
No, I'm pretty sure.
So you had a bottle of the cock?
I didn't have a bottle of the cock.
Did you taste the cock?
There's no good way to answer this.
This kind of show is going to be tonight.
I guess so.
No, but I think you have had the chicken cock. I think when I got it for my Father's Day gift for myself.
Yeah, we tried it.
We tried it.
It was after an episode.
Wait, I can't wait to talk about the history of them because that's why I have my phone ready too. I'm going to quickly kind of look at what they have and talk about that real quick as well. But I think we're going to have a really good time tonight. You know, we survived our trips.
We did.
We went through a little bit to get home in some form or fashion.
Which is weird because both of us kind of went through
different directions,
but similar issues. Not all similar, but similar.
We definitely had flight delays.
Yes.
I will say now that I've seen that on the news, and I was like, it's not going to happen to us. It must be the industry is out of whack.
It must be.
Because if you had flight delays, I had flight delays, and we're in two different parts of the world, literally.
Different airlines, I think, too.
Our airlines, but you were up north in Massachusetts, Boston. I was in Jamaica. I mean, I almost didn't make it out. It was tough, man.
Same, man. I was considering like driving south when they were telling me all like how the travel delays were happening. I was like, I should just rent a car. It'd be faster.
Yeah. But at least you got to spend some time in Boston.
It's true.
Check out some bars, have some good whiskeys.
We'll definitely dive into that part.
Okay.
Well,
awesome.
I want to hear about your vacation too.
Oh yeah. But I think we're gonna jump into some tasting though.
Absolutely. I think we should start with Willett since
we're gonna pull my Willet.
We're gonna pull the Willet.
We're gonna pull the Willet. Excuse me, while I whip this out.
Full of them today. So I guess I'll talk about this.
Okay.
So this is the Willett Pot Still Reserve. It's a 94 proofer. It goes for anywhere between a 60 and 120. So I'm assuming it's kind of where you can find it.
Where you can find it, when they have it.
Yeah.
Because I think we paid $100 for this bottle at ABC. It was on there.
No, 55.
How much?
55.
Oh, 55? Okay.
Yeah, we were actually surprised by how not expensive it was.
I was lazy. I didn't look at the receipts. We bought this a while ago.
Yeah.
But
we went in there to kind of.
So we paid $55 for that. Okay.
Yeah, we went there to scope out their allocated bottles, and they were all gone except they had Willett, and we had it at that bottle share.
Okay.
And we really liked it, and so we were like, "How much is it?" And they were like 55, and that's when we bought the John and Walker Celebratory as well.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. But I'm seeing it on the internet when I was doing my homework.
Yeah.
I'm seeing it anywhere between 60 to 120. Like there's one place that was definitely selling it for 120, and I was trying to figure out, was it a special one? Is it especially aged? I don't know how you judge that when you're buying it. So just buyer beware.
Yeah.
Look around. If you want to get a bottle, check your local package.
We found it at ABC for 55.
Yes.
So I know that stuff is all over the place.
Total Wine has it for 60.
So I think it might just be one of those. If you can find it for a decent price at a local packy or something,
get it.
Try to grab it.
Don't fall for you can't get it.
55 to 65, I think is probably a decent range for it.
I think it's a decent range. I think when you're paying for 100, you're paying for how bad do I want this right now?
Yeah.
And how bad do you really need that right now?
And how much is this person price gouging?
Yeah, exactly. Okay,
Anyways,
so finish the...
Yeah. So the Willett family name goes back as far as 1684, where Edward Willet was a master pewter. From 1692 to 1792, the Willetts would call Georges County, Maryland, home. Oh, so this is a Maryland whiskey. Nice. In 1792, William Willett Jr. moved to Kentucky. This is the same year Kentucky became a state. That's pretty.
So that's kind of interesting, right?
Yeah.
Like these guys are the founding fathers of whiskey.
Yeah. John David Willett was born in 1841. He would become 1/3 owner and Master Distiller at Willett and Frenke Distillery. During his lifetime, John was the master distiller at 4 other distilleries in Kentucky. In 1883, Aloysius Lambert Willett was born and by the age of 15 was in the bourbon business. In 1909, Aloysius Lambert Thompson Willett was born and would become founder and president of Willett Distillery in Bardstown around 1936. In 1937, on St.Patrick's Day, the Willets put their first barrel in storage. By the 1940s, they introduced Old Bardstown, Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. In the 1960s, Willett developed Johnny Drum Bourbon. After an ownership change in 1984 to the Kulsveen family, Willett Distillery began making small batch boutique bourbons, Noah Mills as an example.
Which we had on the show.
Which we have had. 2008, Willett Pot Still Reserve Bourbon debuts in the signature pot still shaped bottle fashioned using the original still blueprints. That's pretty cool. On March 17th, 2017, St. Patrick's Day, the family celebrated its 80-year anniversary of when Thompson Willett and his family put their first barrels into storage. That's kind of cool. I like that.
That is kind of cool. Yeah.
So we can expect on the nose hints of cognac, jasmine, vanilla, sweet corn, cinnamon, and ginger.
I mean, this is very sweet. Just smelling it, like all that sweet's coming. Everything you just said is there.
And then the
vanilla, the ginger.
Yeah. And then for the taste, we're going to get some oak, hints of nut, black tea, butterscotch, lemon, dried corn, spicy, some hints of rye, and banana.
So there's a lot of things going on here.
There is. Another complex bourbon.
Oh, that's nice, though. The spicy's on your lips. That spicy's there. The dried corn is there.
Nice.
You know.
I actually forgot how good it was. This isn't a bottle we dip into very regularly.
No, I think the one time we dipped into it, we only did a little bit just to try it. We were just dying.
I mean, we literally...
Yeah, we barely touched it.
We just got through the neck of that bottle, so...
That is tasty. That I don't know about the lemon as much right now. If there's that black tea in there, that's that flavor I'm getting too.
I can see black tea. It's kind of... I mean, it's black tea. Herbal, I guess.
Yeah.
That's nice, though.
And you know, we got some good luck tonight too. They're having a food truck on my street.
True.
So we went down there and we grabbed some foodies. And I think even like this right here was what we first had, in my opinion.
I think this would be pretty good with the first thing. I know for a fact we've had the other two things that we ordered.
Yes.
And I think this would go fantastic with the mahi.
I think this goes better with the mahi. Yeah,
we
got some mahi tacos, we got
and
some shrimp tacos, and we got little baby mini Macs, which are like baby Big Macs.
Yep. Think of like King's Hawaiian bread with two smashed patties in the middle of them, two small smashed patties. Pretty good though.
I'm not getting the hints of nuts. I mean, I think the oak and the spicy and the corn are kind of, and the corn should be a little sweet. I mean, corn's a sweet thing.
It is.
You know. The banana, I don't know, but maybe we throw some ice in there. Maybe the banana will come out a little bit.
Yeah.
You know.
There's the chance that the banana comes out.
Yeah.
I'm definitely getting the rye. I don't know, there is that little, like, on top of the herb, there's also a little bit of earthiness. Maybe that's that nut, the hints of nuts.
Maybe.
Like, kind of like that earthy flavor blending in with the oak a little bit.
But, man, that vanilla and that butterscotch just popped in my mouth. Oh, that's tasty. That is tasty. I like Willett. This is a good... and Willett has a lot of other bottles, other kinds, and I think if you find the purple top one,
oh man, that was so
that
good.
And that one's a regular bottle. It's not like that.
Yeah.
And that one's gonna cost you some money.
Yes.
And if you find that purple top, buy it.
I think.
And if you don't like it, send it to me. I'll give my address.
Send it to Frisky Whiskey. We'll totally take it off your hands.
Yeah, well, we'll take care of it for you. And they have other ones too, like that's like famous, like they're hard to get. Like they've done a good job with the marketing of that, in my opinion.
Yes, they have. Yeah, I think the purple top one is like, I think that was around 300, something like that. But it's also really hard to come by.
It's very rare. It's not easy to find.
So if you do
we were
find
lucky
it,
to try it.
Yeah, to like throw down and just pick up the bottle.
Yeah. And if you don't want to buy it, let me know, and we'll buy it.
Yes. If you're in the South Florida area, we will travel there and pick it up. Absolutely.
Yeah, that rye. So I'm not getting that banana, so I'm gonna wait for the ice.
It could just be that because banana, anytime it's in a whiskey, it's usually light, lighter flavor.
And that's where the ice.
So I think the ice is probably needed to get to that kind of stuff. It might actually help with that dried corn too.
Oh,
If
you
I'm
know, I told
being honest.
the guy from the food truck too that after the show we'll go by there and share a little whiskey with him.
All right.
He's a whiskey guy.
He is a whiskey guy.
He's a whiskey guy. So I figured I asked him if he ever had these too. He said no. So I'm like, I'll come by and do a couple shots with you.
Yeah.
You know, maybe you can win another Bleeding Mac.
Yeah, there you go.
You know, what's up?
Maybe another my taco or something. You
Yeah,
know,
you know.
A little something for the
You
road.
know, give me some of those leftover fries on the floor. Which is cool. It's a Jumbie Bay food truck.
It is.
If
Yeah,
you live
yeah,
in
we
South
did.
Florida, especially in the Jupiter, Palm Beach Gardens area, it's in Abacoa.
Yep.
They have good food. It's good, like bar, a little bit island flair to some of the dishes there. But good
Definitely
bar
on
food.
the tacos and stuff like
Yeah,
that. They
yeah.
definitely, seafood tacos.
Yeah, it's a good place to go.
It
Go
is.
check it out for dinner and hanging out in Abacoa. Like on a Saturday night when they do their live shows, the music.
Yep. Yep.
Actually, we got to go to a minor league game, man.
We should.
What they're going on right now.
Yeah.
I love minor league baseball.
I'm all about
Because if
it.
it sucks, you could leave whenever you want.
Well, if it sucks,
The ticket's like $12.
That's why you just get like the really expensive tall beers. Actually, they're not so expensive when it's minor league. So
Oh, that place is expensive.
it's not so bad when it's the minor leagues, though.
No, I thought it was expensive.
No, when we were,
It was like $8 beers, man.
did we see the minor league or were we watching the Yankees play the Marlins or whatever? I think we were watching the Yankees and Marlins, and that's why it was expensive.
I don't remember.
I think that's what it was.
So I went to a couple of minor league games at the other stadium.
Yeah.
Spring training games at the other stadium. So I don't remember. Not this year.
No, it was last year.
No, it was last year. Okay. All right.
And of course, it was expensive because it's major leagues people playing.
This is tasty, man. 94 proof.
It's smooth.
If you find it for the $60 price range, you see it, you're going to someone's house for a party, and you like the person. I always say it like that too.
Yeah.
You get them this bottle, or it's their gift, it's birthday, for them or something. They're a bourbon whiskey drinker.
Yeah, it's just hard enough to find and not super expensive.
Yeah.
Where it's kind of like a cool, they probably haven't had it before type of whiskey.
Looks like a genie bottle. I was trying to rub it and see if the whiskey genie comes out. You get like 3 whiskey wishes.
Please make all the allocated bottles affordable.
Right. Just drop like 100 barrels in my garage.
Speaking of allocated bottles and those types of things, so I was up in Boston.
Okay.
I went to this. I wish I could remember the name of the restaurant I went to. I was just meandering. I just had the day to myself, so I was playing a tourist in my own city type thing. And I was walking down the street where I knew that all of these Irish bars were at one point. Right? They did away with all that a while ago. So now it's like bars and restaurants, clubs, things like that. So they changed
Trendy.
up. Yeah,
Trendy.
They moved it around.
Yeah, trendy.
One of the Irish bars survived, but they had Blanton's sitting up behind the bar.
Okay.
So I got talking to the guy. I was like, "Have you ever had it?" He's like, "I'm not really a big whiskey guy." So we started talking about whiskeys and stuff like that. I talked about the Frisky whiskey, and then I was like, "Mind if I try some of the Blanton's?" And so I got some, $16 for an ounce and a half. Not super cheap, but whatever. And I can say it is comfortably a $60 bottle of whiskey. Do not spend $260 on a bottle.
That's good information. That's actually, I'm so used to having my mic. We're trying new microphones tonight. I was about to go to my microphone there. That's actually good information. That really is, because people will drop that money.
Oh yeah, it's 100% a $60
I'm
bottle.
sure it's a good whiskey.
It is in this range.
Right. And I wouldn't pay $200 for that bottle.
Hell no.
No.
I wouldn't pay $120 for this bottle.
No, I wouldn't pay for $120. Now
It's a good whiskey,
Must know 120.
but it's not $120.
No offense, Willett.
No.
As
But
I-
you have $300 bottles of whiskey that are worth $300 bottles of whiskey.
Yeah.
The whiskey. So
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
I know that's worth it. Plans and not worth it.
No.
Save your money. See if you can find it. $60 apparently is the MSRP, and they do sell it out there. You
gotta
just
look.
might have to put it on your wish list and then hope the internet genies drop the link for you so
Yeah.
you can find it.
The internet genie, that's funny. Okay, yeah. Now, when I was in Jamaica, let me tell you, there's a definitely scarce of whiskey in Jamaica. So if you saw that one thing I posted
Yeah.
after a long day of traveling.
Lord something, Kingsley?
Lord's Kingsley. So I was actually trying to find them on the internet. You can't even find them on the internet. That is like a bottom shelf. It's a drinkable scotch.
Yeah.
Okay, like, look, you long day of traveling, you come in your room, there's a bottle of scotch waiting for you, you're happy. You don't care what it is.
Yeah.
They know us well enough where they know my wife likes her Chardonnay. There's a bottle of Chardonnay in the refrigerator for us. So it's kind of cool. They took care of me.
Yeah.
They know. But at the bars, it's a very limited selection.
Yeah. Mostly rums, tequilas, and stuff.
It's Caribbean, right? So you're doing frozen drinks and mixed drinks that are fruity. So that's all going to be rum and tequila. But for the whiskey side, I mean, look, I'm going to start with scotches. They had the Lord's Kingly, which is their bottom shelf. They had regular Dewars. They had the 12-year-old Dewars. And then they had Glenlivet Standard Reserve or something, or Special Reserve.
Okay.
And I asked the guy, I go, they make a Caribbean Reserve. I'm like, that would kind of more fit with where we are, It
would make more sense.
And it's actually cheaper than the other one that you have.
And it's super good.
And it's super good. So I was actually talking to one of the bartenders at the piano bar about that. But in terms of whiskey drinks, there are not, So and then out of the Scotch, then there's what they had for bourbons. They had Jack Daniels, Jim Beam, Templeton bourbon. I've never heard of that one.
I've heard of that.
Have you?
Yeah.
And so those are the three bourbons they had.
Okay. Not terrible.
Not terrible. I was jonesing for a old fashioned. I really tried to help the guy, and he just wouldn't let me be hands on. And
most of them aren't.
And I just should have told him, like, look, just put the bitters and the simple syrup and walk away. I'll take care of it from here. He didn't listen to my directions. I was like, no, okay. It's one of those things, like, no, I didn't say, okay. It's really three things here, dude. Okay. So I gave up on the whole getting an old fashioned.
So you remember, I think it was a couple weeks ago, we were talking about old fashions, and we were talking about the folks who are making them, and they like to dump the maraschino cherry juice into the whiskey. Yes. Yeah. So I was at, in my adventures at the airport on Sunday.
The Little Eagle.
Yeah, they're eagle.
Actually pretty good.
That's pretty good, yeah.
Okay.
I went to the Delta Lounge.
The Delta Lounge.
I'm going to give a little shout out to the Delta Lounge for
Lounge.
saving me from being bored and sober.
Yeah.
So I was hanging there, and I saw that they have, and for those of you who know, when you go into the Delta Lounge, there are specific cocktails that are free. They are unlimited. You can pay for premium ones, but they have, the range of regular stuff. And so I believe this one, I wish I could remember the bourbon they were using. Nothing great. Like, it wasn't bad. I liked the bourbon. But the guy made it with the cherry juice. And it was so sweet, and I was sitting there sipping on it. I wasn't paying attention because I was kind of peeved because of all the travel delays I was going through, so I wasn't paying attention. And then in the middle of it, I just ordered something else. I was like, I'll just take this on the rocks, man. And he's like, really? And then, like, I put the glass, and he poured me the thing on the rocks, and he's like, oh, you're done with it? And I was like, yeah, I'm not drinking that.
Did he ask you why?
No, he just looked really sad and disappointed.
Because a good bartender say, okay, what did I do wrong?
He didn't care.
No, he didn't care. All right.
It ain't that type of place, man.
Right. So the smell, it mellowed out a little bit, but it's still that sweetness, that ginger's still there.
Ooh, that's actually opened up a lot.
Like I said, that sweetness is still there. I mean, it's a more sweet. More sweet, is that a word? More sweet?
Well, that is the correct way to say it. I guess you could say sweeter. Because sweeter is a word.
Oh. I like this on ice. I like the neat, but I think I like this on ice better. That banana came out a little bit. That softness of banana, you know what I mean?
Yep.
It's there.
I like how the spice is still there.
The spicy's still there, but it went down a little bit. It's not where it was. Am I still liking that lemon?
Maybe it's just the way we're drinking it. Like barbarians and uncivilized.
This is not barbarian. Barbarian be drinking it out of the bottle while you're pulling my Willet.
What?
So
like
we pulled,
unhinged.
So we pulled the Willet. We pulled it a couple of times. A few tugs gave us a couple glasses.
So what was the coolest thing about Jamaica?
Being able to chill. Honestly, by the pool or by the beach, and endless supply of Red Stripe beer, Red Stripe Light, which is actually really good, and just like hanging out with my family and just chilling out, man. I was actually really good with the eating. I didn't kill it being an all-inclusive resort. I wasn't killing it 100%.
A really good meal, though?
Well, that's where, okay, so we've been going to the same one for 8 years now, right? We've been there 4 times every 2 years. We feel they went downhill a little bit.
Okay.
I'm being honest. I'm actually going to be brutally honest about that part. The restaurants that were always like awesome weren't as good. We had problems at every restaurant in some form or fashion. Like they have a Mediterranean restaurant, which I love, right? It's actually was my favorite restaurant there. And like our appetizers came out cold.
Oh.
Right. And then my dish was overcooked. And that was their signature dish, which was lamb kebabs. And I could use those things as weights for fishing off the side of the dock. My wife's dish was really good. She got like this chicken dish that was really good. That was perfect. So half and half, right? And then the same thing happened the following night at the Italian restaurant. Now, I mean, look.
You were
New York Italian. You're in Jamaica. You got to set your limits, your expectations to a certain level. But nonetheless, my wife got the chicken parmesan. They overcooked that chicken so much. It was so tough and so overcooked, I could have used it as a shoe. Honestly. Now, my dish was like these pork medallions and like this like demi-glaze sauce was awesome. Awesome. So once again, a half and half night. We did order an extra meal and we got the lasagna. It was tasty, but it was cold. So, you know what I mean? It's like, I feel like that's the oldest resort of the beaches, sandals line. So I feel like, because it's our 4th time going there. We gave, you get a pat. We went during COVID, so they get you get a wash. It was just okay. The food, the buffet kind of saved us in between, because the buffet had all kinds of things, and they had like fresh stations usually of people cooking fresh to order. So that kind of saved it a little bit. Now, so I can't say breakfast was my favorite when it came right down to it.
Okay.
Omelet station, egg station, I can go eggs however, and all the bacon you can eat, and bacon was good.
I mean, it's bacon.
Bacon, bacon. You can mess up bacon.
I know it couldn't be fake bacon.
I mean, look, and, we did all kinds. We did snorkeling. We did, oh my God, we did a glass bottom boat tour, and this woman on the boat, I think they were from Georgia, would not shut up. Like this woman was just like. Like even a guy who's like driving a boat was getting pissed off. He's just like, I'm not talking anymore, man. You're on your own. Just look down.
Just look at the fish.
Just look down, man. Just look down. Because this woman would not stop talking.
Did anyone suggest silence?
No.
Oh.
But like the guy was trying to talk and she's talking over him. You know what I mean? Like the guy's like, oh, over here we have these special corals that we're looking at right now. He's trying to tell us something. No. So she was a little annoying.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, if you heard me, I was joking about traveling and coming home and stuck. I also, me and my wife got a little sick. We got a little E. coli, we think. We're still dealing with it today. We ain't out of the woods yet. We're pretty sure we got it from the salad. That's our beef. Now we are going to go back. We're not going back to that resort. We signed up for their grill.
Okay.
Which is like this one's only an hour away from the airport. Where the place we went to was like 2.5 hours away. So it's a long drive, but this one's only an hour from the airport. They have like 11 restaurants. This place only had 5.
Okay.
So, and it's all new. It's like, this one only opened like 7 years ago. So that's like new in resort terminology. But overall, look, the service was good. The room was always good. I had a beautiful view overlooking the beach. Every morning I get up, I go sit out on the patio, because we had a front patio, and I play golf.
Nice.
That's the only time I get to play golf. Me and T.I. here are addicted to this golf game on...
Ultimate Golf.
Ultimate Golf on whatever platform you're playing it on. It's out there for everybody. It's a fun game. Hey, if you play, you could join my country club. But anyway...
little plug there.
It's called Chili Dog Links. But overall, I hanging out, just chilling out by the pool, going to the pool bar, getting mango daiquiris, man. That's the way to go, by the way.
All right.
Mango daiquiris with either dark rum floaters or coconut rum floaters. I drink on Wednesday. I think I had about 10. I might have been exaggerating. Like it was because it was so hot. Like I'd get out of the pool.
Drunk? It was just so hot you were sweating it out.
I was just sweating it out, man. And I drink beers in between, a couple of Red Stripes. Red Stripe Light, regular Red Stripe. Kind of just keep the balance.
You got to keep the liver guessing.
Keep the balance, And look, in my room too, we had Red Stripe canned beers. And they made sure those were stocked up at all times.
So basically, if you had like 5, you'd come back to the room after leaving, there'd be the 5 replaced?
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Like,
do you think they did like a inventory swap to make sure that they were staying fresh?
I think just every time they came to redid the room, they just floated you back up.
Okay.
You know, and they give you all the water you need to drink. It's hot. It's hot out there, man. It was fun. It was cool. I really overall had a good time. Besides my last day was getting E. coli.
Maybe.
And
one
then
day I'll
traveling
check
with
one
E.
of those things out.
coli, a lot of my nightmares came true that I've always thought about that I would never want to have happened to me.
Well, that means you just got them all out of the way now.
Oh,
right?
I got a good amount out. Thank God nothing happened in the plane. Because I wouldn't know how I handled it in the plane, man.
The bathroom?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know how that would have worked.
Just cry.
But it was a lot of my nightmares came true. I will definitely say that, man.
All right.
It was that part was I was crying at one point, I think.
Yeah.
You know, and my kids just like all bouncing off the walls. I'm like, stop moving.
I'm miserable and dying.
And what about you? So I know you weren't just stuck in Boston.
Yeah. I mean, so, you know, my travel delays were all weather related, apparently. They just really bad thunderstorms producing like potential tornadoes and stuff. So, I mean, it delayed me. I got stuck in the airport. I spent all day Sunday. I think it was like 12 hours hanging out in the airport before they finally, you know, sorted out my life and I got my luggage back and figured out where the heck I was staying. But I ended up staying at a nice hotel right on the harbor.
Nice.
That was nice. Got to chill. Because of everything being canceled, you know, there's like thousands of people trying to figure out where they're staying. So I got lucky and got the like the penthouse in that particular hotel for like
Nice.
$240 a day.
Nice.
So I was like, all right. So I had a nice big room, chilling with a good view. And then, yeah, I just traveled around
Walk around Boston.
Yeah,
You know, if you're going to be
spend my
stuck
day.
and that's what you're going to be doing.
I had
It could
zero
be-
choice. I could be pissed off about it or I could go out and have
No,
some fun.
at that point, you just got to have some fun because, like you said, you go to different bars,
Yeah.
try whiskeys and foods.
Yeah.
And how many lobster rolls did you have?
I think I had 6. in
6
total.
lobster rolls.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I was going ham. I
Yeah,
was just-
that's awesome.
Yeah, bouncing from place to
Yeah,
place. I want to try this one.
Yeah,
I wanna try
that is
one.
awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome. So back to the Willett real quick. The ice is completely melted, so now there's just water in there, right?
Yeah.
I like this with the
like
water.
this a lot.
I think a couple drops of water if you like doing it that
It
way.
balances the spice so you can catch everything else. It's actually really nice this way.
I would say the only thing I'm not getting is that lemon, but I think I'm getting everything else.
You know, the lemon might just be the freshness. Like
Maybe.
there is a little bit like a zest maybe
Yeah.
that I'm getting.
All right.
So it might just be that.
All right. And I think you're right. This goes great with the shrimp tacos and
And
the
the
mahi tacos, and those are good. They have that avocado spread over it
Yep.
too. They make it good there. I love when she does her food truck. So on my street, it's a cul-de-sac, and they do food truck invasions once in a while here, and she organizes
cool.
it, so it's awesome. It's a nice little thing to have.
Is that a food truck invasion or just her out
It's
there
just
popping
that's
into
just nice
night?
as her. Because sometimes she'll set it up and they'll have like one other food truck come or 2 other food truck comes and it'll be on the opposite at the beginning of her street, so you can like do your rounds.
Do the loop.
Because they have that one guy that works around here, the lobster roll guy. So and I've gotten his lobster blue cheese grilled blue cheeses with lobster. Oh, it's
sounds
damn
good.
good.
That sounds
I don't even like blue cheese. Like I'm not a blue cheese guy, but that is damn good.
I love blue cheese.
Yeah, I don't.
I like the funk.
I don't like the funk. I don't like blue cheese. I don't like gorgonzola. It's not for me, man.
I wouldn't say the funkier the better. I just like I like a tame amount of funk.
Okay, all right,
You know.
all right. All right, so I think we're done pulling the Willett. Pulling my
think-
Willett. Done pulling my
yeah.
Willett. Yeah, you done? You done pulling my Willett?
Bro.
Huh?
Can I just drink in peace?
No, not tonight, sir. Tonight, as we're pulling the Willett, now it's time to tickle my chicken cock.
Oh god.
Oh, God.
At least it's never a boring day hanging out with you.
Do a little cleaning here. And after you pull the Willett, you got to like clean yourself a little bit. You know how it is.
Yeah, clean it off, get it ready.
Get her ready. You know. I think I like our new setup here too, by the way.
I do.
Yes.
Yeah. That's nice.
Because you know what? I think that was blocking the fan, and we need that fan.
We do need the fan.
So we live in South Florida. I think anywhere in the country right now, it's hot. So it's been crazy hot here.
Yeah.
I played golf yesterday and today, so I shouldn't be complaining like, but
But it's like the uncomfortable hot where it seems like everything's fine and then suddenly it like slaps you with
It
like
did.
the 100% humidity
Yes.
and it feeling like 110.
it was. And yesterday was 110. Today was 107.
Yeah.
So it was a little bit cooler today.
Yeah.
Yesterday I totally dehydrated on number 17 and 18. Like I got a headache.
Oh yeah.
Things were getting weird.
That's like
and I
sun
played one of the best
exhaustion
rounds
right
I've
there.
played in a long time on Friday.
With the heat exhaustion.
Yes, I shot at 83. I had a
Oh,
44.39.
Dang, all right.
Today I was like just neutral all day. I was just trying to survive. Like I was just tired. Like playing 2 days in a row in the heat. All right, so I got the bottle of chicken cock. I'm gonna tickle my chicken cock right now. I'm tickling the chicken cock. Tickling the chicken cock. The chicken cock actually has a really cool history, and I'll do this one too. But as I'm reading it, and their website, go to their website. The website's cool.
Okay.
Willet's website's just as good too, by the way. Check them out. They have recipes as well. They have a restaurant, by the way. I tell everybody about this. If you go to their distillery, there is a restaurant there at the distillery, and their food looks amazing, like straight up amazing.
Well, I guess that's what we have to do. We have to.
And it's all whiskey inspired dishes.
Okay.
You know, so I think they're even pairing the food with the whiskey a little bit there.
Ooh.
But
Okay,
to make sure we have equal amount of cock
Not
there.
even close.
No, I have a little more cock than you. Go figure.
I'm gonna have to like censor this entire episode
Right.
with all your cock jokes.
Beep, beep. All right,
This
so
is a family-friendly episode.
this is not family friendly. All right, you're not pulling my Willett and tickling my chicken cock. It's just gonna be friendly. All right, so this is the chicken cock Kentucky straight bourbon. So I'm saying that for a reason because they have other bottles. Okay. So first established in 1856 in Paris, Kentucky, chicken cock whiskey rose to popularity during the 19th century. James A. Miller built a distillery and started making chicken cock, a type of whiskey unique to the bluegrass region.
Okay.
By 1886, the distillery was making 600 bushels per day.
Damn.
So they took
cranking
off.
this out.
Yeah, they were cranking it out. So, but after James A. Miller died, just a few years after starting the distillery, George G. White purchased Chicken Cock Distillery and renamed it G.G. White Distillery. Now, George here used to work in the store where they sold chicken cock. Okay, so he was selling cock early in his career.
He was really into cock.
Yes, he was totally a cock connoisseur there. So the Prohibition began in the 1920s, and G.G. White Distillery was forced to sell the distilleries to a corporation limited of Montreal, Canada. Right, because they just weren't. They stopped. All production halted. Right. They purchased the legal rights to the chicken cock name and began production outside the U.S. This is important. Okay, so they were making the chicken cock whiskey, now in Canada. Okay. During the 1920s, it was a staple of Prohibition era speakeasies. Okay, it was the main drink at a lot of speakeasies, especially up north.
So they were like pushing it from Canada down.
Yes.
All right.
And it became very famous at the Cotton Club.
Okay.
All right. Everyone's heard of the Cotton Club. It's got that lore back in the 20s and jazz and music. Okay, so it was famous at the Cotton Club, where it was smuggled inside in nondescript tin cans.
Okay.
So they actually put the whiskey bottles in tin cans, earning the name the whiskey in the tin can. That's what they used to call a drink. The whiskey in the tin can.
Very original.
Very original. Well, so now here's something really sad. After Prohibition, chicken cock just disappeared.
No cost for nobody.
After being one of the most popular whiskeys of the era, meaning during the Prohibition era, it just disappeared. So the Corporation Limited of Montreal sold it to some company in America. They were a medical company. So they wanted to use their distillery to make alcohol for medical purposes, right? Yeah. So, and they said they tried kind of making it and remarketing it, it just went flat. So it wasn't really until 2011 when chicken cock's fortunes changed. And when spirits entrepreneur Matty Antilla
that looks right.
discovered the brand while researching the early days of distillation in the U.S. From that point on, he focused on bringing back the brand and started grain and barrel spirits.
Okay.
So they started remaking it. But then the whiskey is now being distilled by Bardstown Bourbon Company.
One of the big ones.
And they're still in collaboration with Grain and Barrel. So they're doing it in collaboration with.
So I wonder if Grain and Barrel Spirits will ever fully take it over and become the distillery.
Other way around. They bought it from them ultimately.
Oh, Bardstown now owns it?
Yeah.
Oh,
they basically own the rights to it. They're still in collaboration with these guys making it.
Okay. That's
so
cool.
It's kind of interesting.
What a weird turn of events.
Yes, for a cock like that.
Yes.
And then go on their
American
website.
cock to Canadian cock.
Right. And now they still make the Canadian rye. You have to go find it. It's out there. And it's a little more expensive. But I'm dying to try it.
So they actually, Chicken Cock makes the Canadian rye, or the Canadian company that bought it?
So it's still being made in the distillery where it was in Canada back there in Prohibition.
Okay.
They somehow got together. Bardstown met with these people, and they went back to producing it.
So they're
So you
baking
can
the rye.
get the Canadian cock rye.
It's a lot of cocks.
That's a lot of cock going on. Oh, that's crossing lines. That's crossing state line cocks. That's crossing
National borders.
National borders of cock. So, they. Oh wow.
We got really loud.
That was
Jeez.
loud.
Stop yelling at me.
But they also make a ton for their brand now, and I actually have it up. So so just to give you an idea, they make a beer barrel aged
Okay.
bourbon. They have a couple other ones too that really caught my attention. So they have the regular Kentucky rye whiskey.
It's just really loud.
Oh, sorry. They have a double oak
Yeah.
cock. They have some type of it's one where I guess they had connections with France back in the day, maybe
Okay.
being from Canada. So they make one that's aged in cognac casks.
Ooh. Nice.
They have an island rooster. So it's aged in rum casks. They have like I said, they have the beer one. They have you can now get the Cotton Club Rye edition, which is the Prohibition style.
That's the tin can one.
That's it, and it's sold in a tin can.
Oh shit! Look
Yeah,
at
that's
that.
kind of cool, right?
Yeah, that is pretty
But
cool.
I want to get a bottle. I'm gonna order that one.
It was just a bottle, and then there's like a collector's can that comes with it.
Yeah,
That's
exactly. They have a private cask. Sorry. And then they have all the other kinds. They have like this righteous blonde one, which is a rye that's very blonde looking. It's a very light colored one. But they have a lot. Ultimately, what I'm trying to say is there's a lot of cock to try. Okay.
I know
That's
you
what
like
I'm
your
trying to
variety,
say.
so
But I mean, literally, they have 8-year-old special limited editions. They have a 10-year-old limited editions, and they have a cool cocktails section to make drinks with their cock drink.
that was
You know
that was a stretch.
So-
that was a stretch.
What we need to do though, after hearing what they have, right?
Yeah.
And definitely want to get a hold of that Canadian rye.
Oh yeah, I want to hunt that down, man.
We need to do like a chicken cockfight show.
You know, I actually kind of wish I knew about this when I was up in Massachusetts,
You probably could have found some up there.
because that I mean, there was that one packy that I went to up there where I found, the Bookers just
Okay.
chilling.
Yep. You may have found a lot of cock up there.
Could have
You
been.
never know.
Could've
But
been.
we need to have a chicken cockfight here
We
one
do.
night. Like we get like 4 of them, and we pit them against each other and see which ones we like better.
Yeah.
Maybe get 2 ryes.
And we won't
and 2
include
bourbons.
like our normal battles. We won't include price as
No.
a standing about it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's all going to be cock, so it's-
Stop. What's the flavor profile? Damn it!
All right. So when you put this cock in your mouth,
No one's gonna want to drink this.
okay. So the nose is going to be wood, dried cherries, vanilla, and caramel.
100%.
Right. So
100%.
Oh yeah, that cherries is there. That wood is there.
Well, that's nice.
That smells amazing. It really does. And then for our taste, it should be corn, butterscotch, pepper, toasted oak, and sweet, which I'm assuming that's that vanilla and caramel that's going to give you that sweet sensation. Oh, that's good. That is tasty.
Dang.
That is tasty.
So, I would say the major difference between the two, really, really light on the spice. You can get everything like immediately.
Yeah.
It's like right there.
This had the spice in the beginning, and
That one you
knew it
needed a
was
little
there.
bit of ice or water or something to like kind of cut down a little bit to pull out the other flavors. This one's just
This is like smooth. It's even neat, easy drinking. And they're using they're using a lot of their original recipes that they had resurrected.
yeah.
Over the years, and they found them all. Because I read up this guy, Matty Antilla. He actually went on a mission to find everything he could on chicken cock. eBay, anywhere he could buy anything that had any relationship to
Memorabilia
it.
or
Anything,
anything.
he bought it all.
Damn.
He bought it all. So they were able to get like bottles and able to kind of figure out
The flavors.
the flavor profiles, and
So like bottles with some left over.
they were able to find bottles that were not open since the 1930s or 19. Yeah,
I can only imagine how much that shit cost.
Oh, I can only imagine.
Shoosh.
And if he was even able to find the original Cotton Club versions in those tin cans, you know,
I mean, I don't know. I can't say I doubt it, but
it's just sad that they were that popular during that era, and then it just died. Like it literally just like.
well, I mean, if you think about it, though, like there was a big transition after Prohibition, like happened, right? When it
Yeah.
started and then ended, there was like,
It's not the whiskey revolution that we're living in today.
no, that started in the 80s,
Oh, no, whiskey didn't start in the 80s.
84. That's when it officially kicked off, the revolution.
Did it really?
Yeah,
Because I remember the 80s still wasn't about whiskey.
that's when it started.
Huh. Interesting. I thought it really started more in the 90s and into the 2000s. I didn't think anything really
Like
started.
84, 86, something like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Whiskey?
Yeah. Before then, it kind of like died out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because like no one really cared about it through the 50s, 60s.
Back in the 70s, probably early 80s, the whiskey section of the liquor store was probably like that big. And that was also because they had different sized bottles of like the same thing.
See, I wish I could go back in time and then like go to that period, because all of the really expensive stuff now would be sitting there on
so
the shelf.
cheap.
They'd be like, please take
Well,
it from the shelf.
but that stuff didn't exist. That's the problem.
Some of it did.
Not really. Not really. A lot of these guys, a lot of these whiskeys that we're drinking now have been bought by the big guys like Brown Forman,
Yeah.
right? And they're resurrecting the recipes.
Yeah.
So a lot of these things haven't been around. Some of these things haven't been around since the 50s. And they got re-resurrected in the last 20 years.
If I could go back in time, then I could
Yeah.
still get some of the
Yeah.
original stuff, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, I
Someone
think
create a time machine.
I think
Yeah.
Chicken Cock's a great brand. I think it's got a great story.
I think it's cool that it's making a comeback.
Yes.
I think that's the cool part.
Yes.
Right? Is like it kind of died out, especially after like the whole Prohibition. Canada kind of gave up. They probably weren't making bank anymore because with Prohibition gone, like what's the point? Of
Right. They weren't making the smuggling.
Yeah, they were making the fees
Yeah.
anymore. You
Yeah.
know? How dare we sell American whiskey over?
And I think this would go better with the Baby Mac. 100%.
Because it's way lighter,
Yeah.
flavor wise. Not it's and I shouldn't even say lighter. It's smoother, and I think would pair better with the burger.
Yeah. With the special sauce on the
Yeah.
burger, So I agree.
We'll have to try it.
Yeah.
I think there's like one left that we can cut in half, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's cut it in half and see.
No, we'll just go back more.
That's true. She's still sitting
She's
there.
still out there.
Yeah.
Sometimes she has an ice cream truck show up too. Ice cream.
Chase it down the street.
Right. Then pour the whiskey over the ice cream, watch it melt in front of me.
And then enjoy it.
Enjoy it.
Because whiskey floats.
That is tasty. I like this neat. I really do. And this was I purchased this for myself for Father's Day. This is my Father's Day gift to myself.
It is a very good Father's Day.
It was a very good. So and now this one, pretty much prices for. I got it for $54.99. It's somewhere between 54 and 60.
Okay.
Okay,
So
and
basically the same as Willett.
Same as Willett. I would buy both. I don't think you can go wrong in either direction. Maybe because it says Chicken Cock, it's a fun name to say out loud. Obviously, I was having too much fun with it tonight. And maybe it's I think both are talking points because of the label or how the bottle is shaped.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, very unique. This one has like a honeycomb type texture on it, the chicken cock. And like the story says, the Willet is shaped after the pot still that was originally
Which is
used.
really cool.
That is actually really cool. I actually was wondering why it was such a unique shape, right? Because I think I actually made a comment about that at one point where I was like, man, some distilleries out there, they're making the crazy ass looking bottles, man. They're twisted. They got weird shapes to them.
That one bottle's that's twisted.
And I was just like, why can't we just have a bottle?
So I went to Total Wine the other day,
Yeah.
and I walked down the new Rye and American
Got in
Whiskey
trouble?
aisle again. Yep. Did a little R&D.
Yeah.
So I bought some rye that caught my attention. I don't remember the name of it right now.
Did you find the one that we were both talking about?
Oh, I saw it. It was. I was.
It was calling your name again?
We were talking a little bit, but then this other little bottle popped out of nowhere, like psst.
It was like the cuter dog in the.
Well, in theory, it is because it was a $3.75 bottle.
Okay.
Okay, and it was $40, and you were only allowed to buy one.
Ooh,
You couldn't buy more than one at a time.
$3.75. Okay.
Okay, so it was like $40.
Okay.
I haven't opened it up yet. Maybe we'll try a little bit tonight. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But it definitely caught my attention because I was like, my hands were going up for that one bottle that we've been talking about, and I was like, ooh.
But wait a second.
Look at you, cutie pie. Oh, come here. So come here. Oh, I'll hold you for a minute. And then I bought it.
As it goes. As the story goes, right?
Then I picked up a bottle. So we had that Virginia Distillery show a couple weeks ago. So I picked up that won Whiskey of the Year this year.
Oh, nice.
The Courage and Courage and something.
Courage and Honor?
Courage and Concrete.
Conquest?
No, not Conquest. God, what was it called? Yeah.
Courage and Conjure?
Something like that. Yeah. It's actually kind of cool. The the label, like where the little symbol is, that one comes off and it's a golf ball marker.
Ooh, I need one.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. So I mean, we may have to taste that tonight too, or we have to do another show about Virginia because they had all those whiskeys too. But I just R&D work for the Frisky whiskey ultimately.
Which is kind of what my thing was at the Yankee Spirits in Sturbridge, Mass. That's the package.
So I'm gonna throw another piece of ice in there. I swear I'm getting tobacco.
Sweet tobacco, yeah, I can see
Yeah,
that.
I'm getting a little tobacco, which is not even on the flavor profile. And some of these flavor profiles are like this one. I couldn't really get it off their site. Their site wasn't really giving me a lot of information about the flavor profile. Some do, some don't. So then I just start scouring the internet for reviews, and I just grab one that looks
Decent.
enough.
You like smell it first, you're like, yeah, all right.
Yeah, all right, it's close.
I do see what you're saying, though. There is a little bit of tobacco there.
That tobacco's there. That's really weird. So it's, and maybe that's like sweet tobacco, especially being from Kentucky.
Yep.
A little chew. The toasted oak, I mean, it's oaky. That's, I'm getting that. The pepper, it's light. Butterscotch and corn for sure. That's the sweetness. I think I like it better neat, to be honest.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I mean, it's not that anything is lost with the ice, in my opinion. It's just it becomes less of
What it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really like the flavors initially. They're really good.
I think this is a neat one.
Willett, definitely ice. Helps mellow it out, bring out the flavors past the spiciness.
Yeah.
But with the chicken cock, yeah, you can just drink it neat. It's fine.
Yeah. I mean, you can do anything with that cock. It's amazing.
Really utility cock.
Yeah, see? There you go. Utility cock. I like that. I think both are great talking pieces. And they both have a great history. And that was why I made the game change.
And
it made sense, right?
And they're not super expensive, which is nice. They're worth their weight.
Yeah, like I said, I got this one for $54.99.
That one we got for $55.
$55 apparently, which I don't remember. I thought we paid $100 for some strange reason.
That was the Kentucky Owl, 110. Which we also did.
Which is also very good.
Confiscated.
It is.
Yeah, that's the name of the whiskey.
Oh, that's right. Oh, yeah. Okay. I was like, it is. It's like, like your roommate confiscated. Like,
someone came
you
in,
can't have this.
Someone came into my office. They took it out of the closet. They're lucky I wasn't home.
Right.
I did it while I was in Boston.
Right. That's funny. So for next week, I think we're gonna
we got some interesting stuff.
And maybe a little
you
surprise.
And I have been planning some things out, trying to organize some stuff. We do have something that we've received that we need to bring onto the show.
We're going to share next week.
Need to talk about.
We're going to share that next week. We'll tell you what it is when we do the show.
Yeah.
That's going to be a little fun one.
Yeah. It's going to be kind of, I think it's going to be kind of a low-key show. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah. Kind of like this one. It was a little bit more low-key, just kind of talking about...
Well, always come back from vacation. I'm not 100% well yet. Well, the whiskey should be helping me now at this
Absolutely.
point.
That's what it's there for, right?
Yeah.
It's an old medicine.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
It truly is. It truly is. But I like both these whiskeys. I just don't think you can go wrong with either one.
Honestly, and if you can find, I mean, I'm less worried about the chicken cock being crazy overpriced. I'm pretty sure that's standard.
Yeah.
But the Willett one, definitely try to find it around $60. You'll be fine at 60. Anything like past, like I would say 80, just walk away.
Yeah.
Or maybe you can try to haggle the price down.
Yeah.
Maybe you can be like, hey, I know for a fact that's worth 60.
I know for a fact. All right, so this is a good show, Ti, tonight. This was actually.
I enjoyed it.
We got some good food. We got some mahi tacos.
It was good to finally hang out again. It's been a couple weeks.
Yeah, been a couple of weeks. We did our traveling. We made it home alive somehow.
We did.
Somehow we made it home, which was a miracle in
A little
itself.
scathed, a little upset, but we're here.
Yeah, you know, airline industry, man, you guys got to get it together.
You got to fix your stuff.
Yeah, so it's across the board apparently. Guys, check it out. Guys and girls, check it out.
Yeah, everyone
check out Willett. Pull the Willett and then tickle the chicken cock and have a good night doing that.
And don't forget to check out our social media. We're on Instagram. You know, make sure
Hit
you
us up.
come and check out, because we usually drop the whiskeys we're doing before the episodes come out. So if you want to know what we're going to be drinking, go ahead and check it out, because we usually drop that on Saturdays, Sundays. Also, make sure you check out our YouTube channel. Make sure you like and subscribe to the videos you're watching, because we're trying to get to at least 50 followers so that we can do live events with you guys there.
On YouTube.
On
50
YouTube.
followers. That's what we need.
That's the minimum. That's the bare minimum.
Okay.
So I'm just asking
For
all
YouTube,
you guys,
for
all you
YouTube.
Friskians
Okay.
out there, just...
Because I know we get a lot of downloads now.
Oh yeah, we got downloads and listens and stuff.
But the YouTube thing is very...
Thing. They're
The
very
YouTube
specific.
thing is very specific about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So all we were asking, 50 people.
Okay.
Right? I think we're at like 13 right now.
Okay. Yeah.
You
All
know,
right.
get over there, watch it.
I know our podcast
Follow.
gets lots of downloads. That I know,
Absolutely, yeah.
which is cool. And
From
keep
all
listening
over
to
the
us.
place too.
Keep listening to us. We're having a good time doing this.
I love it.
Yep. So tonight for our cigar, we're actually going to do nubs.
Ooh.
Those little guys, you know. We got a couple
Yeah, I'm looking
nubs
forward
that
to
we
that.
got from the Whiskey Fest and Cigar Fest.
Yeah.
So we're going to smoke a couple of those, and you can get those nubs easily on Fox Cigars.
Absolutely.
Check them out again. We tell you guys every week,
FoxCigar.com.
man. FoxCigars.com.
FoxCigar.com.
Sign up for their mailing list.
Always good deals.
Yep.
Always good deals.
Free
coming in the
shipping and
emails.
fast shipping. So check them out.
And they also have all those good kits too, and accessories for
Yep.
smoking. So if you're just starting to get into the whole cigar business, they got your ashtrays and your
Yep.
lighters and cutters and all the whole gambit.
Yep. And we'll take a picture of the nub we're smoking.
Yeah.
Because you have to smoke a nub after drinking some cock and some pulling my Willets. So.
It's a dick episode today.
Well, you went that far. I was using cock, but no, and look, chicken cock. No offense. I just took advantage of the name and having fun with it. This is a great whiskey. I highly suggest it. Check out their rise. See what you can find on there.
Yeah.
They have so many bottles and choices to check out. You can actually have a whole night with chicken cock.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool. Or 2 nights.
The fact that they have-
we could probably do 2 shows right now with chicken cock by themselves.
Or you can do more than that.
Yeah.
Because
Oh, yeah.
you do like mixologist series, you can do like the cockfight, as you said. Like
Yeah.
we could do a whole bunch of them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, but everybody have a great night tonight.
Absolutely.
Had a good time seeing you again, Ti.
It's good to hang
Made
out
it back
with you.
alive.
We did it.
All right, man. So everybody have a good night.
Have a good one.
Subscribe. Check us out. Tell your friends. Tell your family. The Frisky Whiskey. Have a good night.
Have a good one, everybody.